back, Daydreamer, to another episode in the March of Robots series where I'm making the GBN-based Gundam and a haropla into C-3PO and R2-D2 cosplay.
Ragtag Daydreams is sponsored by NewTypeHQ.com.
So these guys actually came out really, really good. I'm really excited about the progress that I was able to make this week. This has been really fun. I went with the cosplay kind of idea because I thought I wanted to have these kits like dressing up as the other robots, you know. And so that's something that just kind of came to me as like, oh, well, I'm basically doing like if Gunpla kits and haropla was cosplaying as other famous robots. And I don't know, I like it. I like that idea. I'm feeling really good about this. Yeah, so I'm excited to get started. Let's get started. Okay, so I just went ahead and put some tape on here, and then I ran my thumbnail into the panel line, the recess of the panel line, all the way around. Hopefully you can see that line right there. You can see a difference, and it's much more clear in person. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically use that to guide my knife and cut all the way around it, and then that's the first section basically taped off, and we can get started with paint. There we go. It is complete. I added some regular masking tape on top of the Tamiya tape that we used. By the way, I used the 6mm Tamiya tape on this. And then, again, regular masking tape just to cover the rest of the area. I think this is going to work out pretty nicely. Yeah. So, time to get a coat of paint on this. Remember, these hatches will be closed. So it doesn't matter that I paint inside there and around the edges or anything like that, because it still needs to look the same even when it's closed. And you can see a gap there, so I really want to make sure that there's no orange showing through at all. So time to get started. Okay, guys, let's work on the rest of this stuff that we can kind of hand paint a little bit, because, you know, the other stuff needs to dry for a while, and I think I still want to use this stand. It's something very, very haropla about including the stand. So, let's do that. And I think that's going to do it for us for right now. Let's let everything dry, and then we can proceed with the paint job for this kit. Alright, so here's our result. Now, it has kind of a marbling effect because the Gaia notes is very, very thin. I use this to play to my advantage so that I can make it look kind of like a dirty metal and tarnished. R2-D2 is pretty old, guys, so I'm just trying to give it that same kind of look. Let's see what we got here when we take this tape off. Yeah, we had some leakage around the back there. Ooh, it's not great news. The front looks great though. The front is very clean. That looks great, but we did get some leak behind the tape on the back. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But it's okay. We'll just have to be really, really careful with the next layer that we put on, and I think we'll be safer. Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad at all. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep this tape as flat as possible this time so we can make sure that we don't have any problems with leaking. Or bleeding over across our line. And I've already left some fingerprints on top. Great. So that clear coat either takes a really long time to set up because this has been overnight, or it is very sensitive. It's okay. It's alright. Because it's already been painted, I am going to use the larger yellow tape. It's painter's tape for froggies. It's froggies like delicate or something like that. The frog tape is a little bit more tender on things that have already been painted, so I like to use that when I have a surface that has been painted already. And it has a unique kind of structure so that as soon as it gets wet, it secures down more. On something like this, the masking isn't extremely hard to do, but it takes some time. Pay attention to your details, and you'll be just fine. I'm going to just rub through this line, really applying pressure around the whole line, because we did have bleed through before. I don't want it to bleed through on our paint job we've already done, because we'll have to go back and redo that. Nobody wants to redo a paint job. All right. So now, we'll paint that. Okay, and we are back with these pieces. Here. Okay. Let's see what we can do when we unwrap this. Hopefully, I did a good job. Hopefully. So far, so good. Okay. All right. Not too bad, I wouldn't say. Okay. Sit up. There you go. Leave him there. And then next up, we will start on painting some blue stripes and some little hatches and stuff for his little arms things that stuck out of his belly. Okay, let's tape this up for our blue parts and possibly some of our little spots inside here. Not in focus at all. Okay, let's try some French blue. I think that's a good R2-D2 blue. Okay, going back to the black metallic. Haro dry. Once he has dried, we will put him together, and I think we'll be done. We'll see. Okay, so now that this had time to dry, I went ahead and cleaned up a little bit of our marks right there, more with a cotton bud and some acrylic thinner. Let's put this back together, and then I think we can spray that base and be completely done. Alright, here we go. There is our kits. Paint's a little off on him with the blue stripes. I mean, I don't know what exactly happened there, but I don't know. Let's see if we can't fix that really quick, just free-handed. That's bothering me. Yep, not the best, but better. Okay, we'll let that dry, and yeah, let that dry again, and we are pretty much set. I will probably not show you the spraying of the base because that's kind of boring. I'm just going to go with a solid black, I think, with that. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting to see this kind of come together. All right, guys. See you in a bit for the photo shoot. So what do you think now that you've had a good look at the completed kits on display in my little photo booth there? I really hope that you liked it. I think it's a novel concept and it's really fun. And you know, if we're all, or I'm sorry, if a lot of us are stuck at home because of all this stuff that's going around, and everybody freaking out, and self-quarantines and all the hecticness of the day. If you're stuck at home, I mean, why not just build some Gunpla, right? You know, why not, you know, practice your painting game? Why not see if, you know, you can give seam line removal another shot? Or, you know, just stuff like that, you know, give that stuff a try. If you've got family like I do, like the kids are home, try to visit with them as much as you can and make the most out of it. Yeah, it's, you know, you gotta find silver linings somewhere. This has been really fun, though. I really liked it. I really think that the Haro could have come out better, especially if I would have had time, or took the time, sorry, to add plot plate and, you know, build up the different things around the face and the little chest deals. But, you know, in retrospect, almost anybody's kit they can look at and say, well, I could have done that better. I actually really like these guys. I like the way that it came out. It again, so novel, and I can't wait to put them on my shelf. If you like this video and you want to tell me about it, please do so in the comment section below. I really appreciate that. I try to respond to everybody, and yeah, I don't know. It's really nice to have some kindred spirits out there that are willing to actually leave a comment and have maybe a small conversation with me. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps me out quite a lot, and I am trying to grow this channel. I am trying to get better. I've already got some really big ideas at how I can change up my filming and editing and things like that in a couple of years. It feels like. like, I'll move up to a 4K camera, and that'll just be a thrill. So if you do like my channel, you do like everything else, maybe you're subscribed, maybe you're not, but you do want to see more, check out these videos right up here. Hopefully you learn a little something, or maybe even just commiserate with a failed attempt that I may have had on this channel. I think it's important to remember that in reality there is no failures. It's just a learning opportunity, and if you choose to learn from it, then you'll get better for next time. And I think we're all trying to get better in this hobby. So until next time, Daydreamer, I'm Justin, your Ragtag Daydreamer, and I'll see you soon.